morning, Atlantis. Welcome to another day of your space odyssey. Joined with Mir. We're ready to roll.
Good morning, Houston. Thanks very much for the inspirational music. We sort of feel like we're in a movie up here. It's so wonderful, and we're all ready to go 2001%.
I think you've been running at that level since you started, Ken. Atlantis, Houston, west.
Loud and clear, and we're 2 minutes into the test.
Watching. And we'll log it when you're complete.
Thank you. We'll give you a call.
Atlantis, Houston, you should have all the Cyrillic pages of the flight plan on board. We're also getting a continuous air-to-ground 1 downlink. Sounds like VHF traffic. Atlantis, Houston, planning shift is going off shift right now. You guys have come on working really strong this morning. Thanks for that great test. We're turning you over now to Bill and Story. Have a great day aboard Mir and aboard Atlantis, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Thanks a lot for the night's work, Tom. We're up and at it.
Have fun.
Thanks, Chris. Chris, the ZOE would be the perfect place.
Roger.
We're working it.
Дорогие Юрий,
Dear
Sergey и Tomas.
Yuri and
Где
Thomas.
Tomas?
Where's Thomas?
Мы очень счастливы
We are very happy to be with you again
после долгой подготовки
after our long preparation in Houston and Moscow,
на орбите.
and now in
Мы уже
orbit.
сделали много.
We've already done a lot, in my opinion,
Составить модулы на станции.
to install the module on the station,
Совместно носили
and we've
много
done everything
килограммов
jointly
груза.
and together
Поэтому мы должны
transferred many kilograms of cargo.
передавать официальные
Now we'd like to
тоже
officially
личные
and
подарки.
give you official and personal gifts.
Вот это
This is
символический
a
флаг
symbolic plaque
Международной станции
of the International Space Station
«Мир» и «Шаттл».
and of Mir and Shuttle.
Там находятся
There is
эмблемы NASA,
emblems of NASA, the Russian
и тоже
Space Agency,
Канада.
ESA, and Canada.
Большое спасибо, Кен. Большое
Greatly,
спасибо.
thank you very much, and thanks to the crew of the shuttle. This is a very beautiful and memorable
Безусловно, будем
gift.
вам напоминать.
It will absolutely remind us of our joint work and our training for this flight,
Хранить
and we will treasure it
благодарность.
with great gratitude.
И как вы знаете, мы работали
What do you think? We've
первой
worked
фазе
the first phase
совместной
of
международной
the
станции. И,
International
как вы
Space
видели,
Station.
мы все,
As you
экипаж
see,
шаттла,
The entire shuttle crew
одеты
are now wearing
футболки с эмблемой первой фазы.
the
Я
football,
хочу,
a football emblem.
когда мы работали вместе,
And I would like for us, while we're working together,
у нас тоже совместный костюм.
to have a joint uniform. So here are your
Футболки первой фазы.
so here are some T-shirts for first phase.
Вот эти фазы
Well, these
полетов будут продолжаться и дальше.
will
Первая фаза.
this phase of the flight will continue. There's a second and third and onward.
Да, конечно,
course.
и мы
And we
все надеемся, что
all hope
дружба
that our
и
friendship
сотрудничество
and
между
cooperation
нашими
between our
народами
peoples
будут развиваться
will develop
со строительством
with the construction
международной станции.
of the International Space Station. This,
Dokumentacja.
official documentation
Is NASA is
from NASA and the first phase.
Yuri, these special plaques have flown already on Mir 18, STS 71. What napisano ekipaj?
It's written the crew of Mir 18, STS 71, Mir 20, and so on.
And Houston, Atlantis, what we have are two plaques, one in English and one in Russian, commemorating the Phase 1 U.S.-Russian program, as like petals in a flower surrounding the Phase 1 emblem are spaces for the crews of each of the flights on Mir and Shuttle who are participating in Phase 1, leading to accomplishing all the objectives that we need in order to build the International Space Station in Phase 2.
We copy, Ken.
And Houston, as important as official commemorative gifts between programs and between nations are, we also think that it's very important to mark an occasion with personal gifts that have significance for the crews that are actually flying. And the crew of STS-74 has a presentation item that we think will be significant for the crews of Mir now and in the future. In training together, we had the opportunity to both train officially and unofficially and socialize. And one of the social events was sitting and playing guitar together. And thinking of the long time that these gentlemen get to spend up in space, we thought what might be a useful gift to pass the hours when there isn't a lot of work to do in the evenings and on weekends is to have a guitar to play. And so we'd like to present to the Mir 20 crew and all the subsequent crews this guitar on behalf of the Mir 74 crew. It's an очень интересная guitar.
This is a very interesting guitar.
And Houston, as you might already know, part of the advantages, or part of the environment we live in space is being surrounded by noisy fans pumps and mechanical devices that make normal acoustic instruments difficult to appreciate. So this particular guitar is designed to operate with headphones that makes the solo experience of playing guitar one that can be enjoyed even in a noisy environment. We hope that the crew of Mir enjoys this and will find that this is a good memory of the fellowship that exists between space travelers of all countries.
I think that is really an excellent instrument to have on board, not only the Mir and shuttle station, but also something for the future space station, where of course also I hope will be some time for the crews to spend some spare time. And I think in view of this future events, we open now the area of space music.
I would like to say several words in Russian. I see a part that you can't see on this screen. I'll just turn the guitar a little. This guitar can be folded in half even. And as you know, the station on which we are working now, the International Space Station in Mir, is not the first one that has been working in orbit. And many things that are on this station were brought from the other station, which was also operating in space. And I'd like to say that the future station, which will be built in several years and will be hosting both Russian, American, German, and European and other specialists from other nations, that this will also take its honored place in the musical orchestra that will be on the future station. Thank you very much.
You're all very welcome. We'll be looking forward to a concert soon in the future. And as I'm sure everybody in the crew and also in Houston is aware, the languages that we all speak from coming from different countries can sometimes be a problem. We've had to learn to work together and overcome a language barrier. And we feel that one international language is the language of music, and we hope that will help bring us together, as does the station. Yuri, I have one more thing for your crew. Not everyone on the space station or a space shuttle is musically talented enough to be able to play a musical instrument. So therefore, I brought some tape music for you to enjoy. It's country music, and country music from Tejas. And I think I saw a very large collection of tapes back in the core module. I hope that you'll add this one to that collection.
Thanks greatly to the crew for the cassette. We like country music, and it will remind us of the time when we were in Houston training. Thank you again. Dear friends, we would like to give you, the crew of STS-74 Atlantis, to give you a memento of our joint preparation flight. And this photograph was made before our flight, starting the launch committee, and who was going to determine who was the prime and backup crew. Here's a UN flag, which we will give to you, and we would like this photograph to remind you of our joint flight. Here are our signatures and the seals of those who are on Mir. Thank you very much. Here is, we prepared for you small packages with symbolic souvenirs so they would remind you of our joint flight with the crew of Mir. I'll just show you what's inside. Here's a pennant of joint cooperation Russian and NASA, between Russia and NASA. We've also put our seals and signatures here. Another pennant. Our last names are here with the shuttle. Also the emblems. We have the flag of the ESA. Yeah, it's the absolutely latest flag. A medal that was issued by the Russian Space Agency, I think, also regarding the cooperation of Russia and NASA in space. A small identification card for each member of the crew. It's a device that's issued by the government of Russia and is given so that life would be better and there would be more order. So we took a few extra of these documents and created these documents for you. And here are some lapel pins for you. And the absolutely most important, a memory of our joint work. And here are some radiograms and how we should work, what we should transfer, things of this nature. So the same things in each package for all members of the crew. Yuri and Sergei and Thomas, thank you very much. On behalf of the crew and personally, I would like to say that this flight, yesterday and today, has been like a dream for me. I never thought 2-3 years ago that it would be possible to fly to station, to dock the shuttle. It was a fantasy. I am very grateful to you, and I would also like to thank all the people on the ground who are working to make it possible for us to have this historic flight. Thank you very much.
Будет проблема в таможне, может без проблем. Хорошо.
I'd like to greet you and congratulate you with a successful conduct of this complex operation in orbit. For the second time, an American spacecraft has joined with the orbital complex Mir and now mounted a docking module so that now all future flights will be able to dock with the Mir station. The orbital complex can now be spoken of as international. We are very pleased to see this assembled crew. There are present the entire geography of the world: Russia, United States, Canada, Europe, and we anticipate new crews. I'd like to greet the rookies and ask, how do you feel in orbit?
First of all, I would like to send my heartfelt greetings to all the crew members and to congratulate you all on this successful and very complicated operation in space. This is the first time that the U.S. shuttle Atlantis has docked with the orbital Mir station, and it has brought a docking module which would be used for further docking by shuttle with the Mir station. The orbital Mir station.
Understand the last person. The last question deals with the state of mind of the rookies up here. We would like to answer this question. And first, thank you for your kind comments. And we are in agreement that our station is true progress for the future for all peoples. As concerns are the way we feel normal. We have conducted a great deal of preparatory work. Therefore, our feeling is good. I would like to hand the mic over. I think a very important, good effort, and we are happy to have this opportunity to conduct our work after we heard that the flights are continued. We had been I anticipate the next flight in February. As I understand it, you are welcoming the fact that your stay on the Mir is being continued till February '96.
Until the end of February 1996.
Chris will now say something about his mood here in space.
It's true, it's my very first flight in space. I'm lucky to be with such an experienced group of astronauts, and I'm also the first Canadian to have a chance to come aboard Mir. and the whole thing is just a thrill and an honor as a human being and as a Canadian to be able to participate in a mission like this one. Thanks very much for allowing me to come up and do this, and we're all working hard to make sure it's a successful mission.
Находится в первом пространстве, находится среди очень потенциальных экипажей, которые ему помогают работать в космосе. Для него большая честь, как представителю Земли, как гражданину Канады, принимать участие в этой миссии, за которую он хотел поблагодарить бы тех, кто ее готовил.
Я вас от всей души поздравляю.
I congratulate you all with all my heart and wish you a good flight, successful flight, both to professionals and newcomers who have been in space.
John Manley, I'm talking to you from Hamilton. Roberta Bondar and Julie Payette are watching you from the studio in Toronto. We wanted to say congratulations to you, to the rest of the crew on behalf of all Canadians who are just thrilled with the success of the mission so far.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Hello to Roberta and hello to Julie. We're having a tremendous time up here. We're getting a lot of work done, and we're just as pleased as we can be with the success of all of the experiments and the installation of the docking module and the rendezvous and actual docking with Mir. It's been a marvelous experience, and things are going very well.
Chris, I watched the launch in Florida on Sunday morning. Julie was one of the spectators there with me. I suspect rather that she was even a little more envious than I was when you went off. But I can tell you that for me it was a very thrilling experience to hear the sound and to see the image of your launch. I'd just like to know what was going through your mind those seconds while we were watching you lift off from the Earth's gravity.
Well, so you know the day before that we couldn't go because of the weather in Spain and Africa. But on that morning, on the Sunday morning, we really had a sense that it might happen. And when we came to 5 minutes and we got good weather everywhere and we got a clearance to go, the smile on my face just started getting bigger and bigger. And that continued to grow the whole time through the launch. It was just a tremendous feeling to be actually doing something that I dreamed about for 30 years. So it was just a tremendous relief and rush of excitement and quite a load on the body, too. The last couple minutes at 3 Gs, these guys will attest, is not an easy thing to put up with. It really squishes you down.
Well, I'll tell you, the grins on Earth as we stood around watching you were just as wide and just as excited. Chris, we're going to use this link to pass a few questions on to you that the Discovery Channel has collected from young people across Canada. So I'm just going to be a relay for some of the questions. The first one is from Melanie Hartness from Weyburn, Saskatchewan. She's asked this question. After training so hard and to be finally part of the first step of assembling the space station, would you want to live on the space station instead of Earth?
Well, I would jump at the chance to live on a space station. After seeing what Sergei, what the life that he has up here, the chance to see the entire Earth every 90 minutes, to do something that a lot of people dream about and very few people get to do, it would be just a tremendous experience. And of all the things to do with your life, what an amazing thing to be able to do.
Tell us a little bit about the effect that that has on the human body, being in space for a prolonged period of time.
Well, Sergei has been up for 2 months already, and as you can see, he looks very fit. They exercise a couple hours a day while they're up here. It changes the body somewhat. The fluids don't pool in your legs due to gravity, so you end up with a fluid shift up to your upper body, and then you end up actually losing some fluids, so you lose mass in your legs. Also, as you can see, we can sit anywhere we want when we're in microgravity, so the whole sense of up and down changes, and it really doesn't matter which way's up. It just becomes arbitrary, and it's amazing how quick you adapt to that. But the body adapts very quickly. It's kind of surprising, really. You wouldn't think after millions of years of evolution there'd be any reason for the body to adapt to microgravity, but it adapts very well.